this type of activity,
Yeah.
like a fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it.
Yeah. The people dream every time to fly.
Yeah. I think that's the main passion. People want to fly.
Want to fly.
They don't want their feet on the ground. So it's true.
Do you like dream on the life with open eyes?
Yes, open mind, open
Yeah.
eyes. You have to be open to opportunities, and I find that the most important thing is to meet new people. If you're social, if you stay open-minded, optimistic, you don't know who you're going to meet, and that's the most exciting thing, because you...
It's great because we had met 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Monday evening.
I feel like it, yeah.
At Supersonic.
Yeah.
Do you, I ask you one thing to yourself, do you dream your future?
Yeah, for me, I think my ambitions is I want to be more involved in art because that's my main passion. But for me also it's important to perform, because when I'm not performing, like, because I sing, I do dance, I do circus, and when I'm not doing something like this, I feel like there's something not quite correct, like there's something that I should be doing. So, but with the time, like, you can be ambitious, but I don't think you should be too hard on yourself. So take each day, like, what can I do today that's new? Who can I meet? What new experiences can I have? And you just take each day slowly, but with ambitions as well.
How much the people have to know that every day it's a new day, a new opportunity?
Yeah, I think it's important because in life you have so many problems. There's always stress.
We have spoken.
Yeah. And I think you've got to be positive. It's the only way, because if you're not positive, you let the problems like engulf you, and if you let this happen, you can't do anything because you have the block. What can
I say one thing about the problems. I don't remember if I have said to you 2 years ago. The problems on the life are for who create problems.
Yeah, exactly. It's that. Just that. Yeah.
The good language, correct words, it's like a dream for the brain of a person.
To speak correctly, yeah, but I think it's not important because
when you speak.
Yeah.
Okay, I ask you one thing. We go to take a coffee. Okay, yeah. I ask you in one thing and another one. Charlie, can we go take a coffee? Okay. Charlie, do you wanna go with me to take coffee?
Ah, okay. No, it's the same. Yeah, because I think when you're speaking and you learn a language, people can understand you. You don't have to be grammatically correct. It helps to understand the grammar. It definitely helps, and you should study it. But even in England, people don't speak. It's colloquial. You can understand each other, and that's the most important thing. And you can find people who are willing to be patient with you, and even if you don't speak correctly, they can understand you. And I think it's like we said, you've got to be open-minded, and you've got to be patient. Yeah, but it's not important.
Now I read a phrase, a good phrase, in Italian and then in English.
Okay, let's hope I can understand.
L'artista è niente senza il genio, ma il genio è niente senza lavoro. Emily Zola. The artist is nothing without the gift. but the gift is nothing without work.
Yes.
Do you like this, the Italian style?
Yes, it's true. You have so many, how do you say it? Can't remember the word. But you have very many sayings, like, oh, there's a phrase for this, Charlie. Oh, there's a phrase for this, Charlie. You have like a poetic way of thinking in Italian. It's great. Yeah.
Do you believe on the Made in Italy?
Made in Italy. What does that? What do you mean?
We say that when something is so particularly, it's like Made in Italy.
Made in Italy. Ah, I've never heard this before.
No?
No, the first time.
Okay.
Lesson.
Thank you.
Lesson number 1.
Do you know that the mix of culture is better on the reproduction of the people? You know this thing?
No. In kissing.
I know that the reproduction, the people, the family.
Ah, okay, yeah. So, for example, you do things properly. So you want to spend time to make things. Yeah, in that sense.
For the child, how can I say? Okay, the reproduction of the people for another culture.
Yeah.
Can be good. I know this thing.
Yeah, because in Italy, the family is very important, which is great for me because it's a very different culture. For example, in England, when you finish school, you go to university, and your parents are like, okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. So you have to be more independent in England because there's the culture of work. If you don't work, what are you doing? But here it's different because you have this. There's more of the support from your family, and it's not unusual to have that support. Whereas in England, if you are dependent on your parents after 20, 21, it's strange. But it's not always like this. It's not always like go to university, work. It's more. It depends on the person. But the culture is so different here. So different.
I know.
For example, people finish university at 27, 28. In England, you finish generally 21, 22. And if you do a master's, then you finish 25, 26. So in England, generally people work from 22. And it's normal. So obviously if you work, you can support yourself. You don't have to depend on your parents. Whereas here, there's not very much work, so you have to have that dependence. But it's nice because you have the family unit. And it's really, I love to see it. It's great.
How much do you think a family have to be composed? How much person?
How many people?
How many people? Yeah.
Oh, well, my family is ginormous. It's huge. So I think if I start a family, I will have 2 children maximum. Because I've got 7 brothers and sisters, so my family is very big. But it also...
How much?
There's 4... I've got 2 brothers and a sister. And then I've got 3 stepsisters and a stepbrother from another marriage. So there's 8 of us altogether. And then I've got millions of cousins. So many cousins! But it's good. And you have always somebody you can speak to. There's always somebody there. You've got your family. But I think if I start my own family, it will be a nice small one.
Can be good the period of Christmas that the people meet.
Yeah, there's so many people. We have every year at my grandparents' house in the south, we have a great big family party, and it's so nice every year because we don't see each other very often. Well, I don't because I live here. And it's so nice at Christmas to get together and have like a big party. It's really lovely, and it's very funny because we are a bit of a crazy family. So we have very can be
can be great Foligno for living on a family on.
Yeah, I think so. Like when I was living in Leeds, I love Leeds and I miss it. I miss my family and my friends, but I didn't have the feeling that I want to stay there because for me, Italy, there's more culture, and I find that there's actually more opportunity for me here being English. There's always work for me here. And I love the sun. I love that every weekend I can go climbing. I've got the circus, there's music, there's art, and the people are great. They're really lovely.
How much it's important, the Italian culture about art?
Well, actually, in England it's very, very famous for the culture, but I think there's...
We remark the made in Italy.
Yeah, oh, okay. there is a culture for it in England as well. However, it's more, you have to have like a specific job. So for example, when you finish university, it's like, okay, what are you going to do? Are you going to be a graphic designer? Are you going to be an animator? Are you going to be a musician? Are you going to be an artist? Whereas here you can kind of combine your arts because people don't expect you to be just one art, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Lady Charlie, we have finished the time of the record. I thank you so much. Give me a kiss.
You're great.
Very nice.
And you.
And I remember my channel that it's www.youtube.com/thepoorparler. Thank you so much. Travel with brain. No travel, dream. Dream every time. Have a good life and thank you.
Thank you, Buddha.
Bye bye. Ciao.